Hi folks, so we're on to the final rinse, 13 minutes left. Again, it's a pretty deep water level, to say it's not a big load. This is the conditioner rinse on the cotton cycle. There's not really much I can tell you about this that I haven't already said. If you want to know anything, please feel free to ask. As you can tell, the rinse levels are quite slow. The rinse tumbles are quite slow and less frequent, whereas the cottons ones are a lot faster. The wash tumbles are a lot faster. Which is, in my mind, how it should be. Make note of that, Indesit. See, she's just like a daddy. Get out of the way. She does watch the washing machine go around. It's quite strange for a cat. "11 minutes left." As I said, I just couldn't bring myself to part with this now. They're not cheap machines by any means, and I don't think I'd recommend them, to be honest, to somebody that was pretty desperate and needed a machine. There are machines that are as good and cheaper. Well, not quite as good, but there are certainly machines that are cheaper that I'd probably recommend. But I do love it, and if you've got the money, then by all means go for it, because you won't regret it. But if you're on a budget, then these probably aren't the machines for you. Having said that, they do last, so you kind of do get what you pay for sometimes. Nice clear rinse there again. Despite the suds. Ow. Oh, I shouldn't sit on the floor, I swear to God. It'll probably kick into the final spin in about 2 minutes. Usually takes about 8 minutes on the last spin. It's not the quietest machine in the world. It's certainly not as quiet as the more high-spec Miele's. It doesn't have the induction motor and it doesn't have much sound insulation at all, but it's still a fuck of a lot quieter than anything that Candy or Indesit are churning out. It's a 1300 spin, so it's not the top. It's the bottom of the line. Well, it's one up from the bottom of the line. There was a model below this that I believe was very similar in terms of wash, but it didn't have as many options as this, and it didn't have the countdown timer, which was one thing that I wanted. And Gypsy's made herself quite comfortable on my knee. Look at this. I get this quite a lot. She's a big softie. Oh, I'm still here. She may very well run a mile when the washing machine starts spinning, though. She doesn't really do loud noises. She especially doesn't like the vacuum. I mean, if I so much as look at the vacuum with the intent of plugging it in, she will run a mile. As you can probably tell, it's not the honeycomb drum either in this one, it's the micro hole drum, which I don't think they actually do any machines with this drum anymore. But having said that, I've never noticed that it makes any difference. I always thought that the honeycomb drum was a little bit of a gimmick. which was why I went for this model rather than a more expensive one. I mean, the 1300 spin does me fine. I don't have that much washing, I live on my own, so I only really do sort of 4 loads a week. Occasionally more if I'm washing like the spare bedding or curtains or something, but generally on the whole it's only 4 loads a week. She's made herself quite comfortable here. Anyway, here we go. It's just kicking into the final spin at 8 minutes. As I said, it's not the quietest machine, so don't have your speakers up too loud. It sort of sounds a bit like an older machine. It's got that rumble to it that a lot of old Hoover and Hotpoint machines used to have, as opposed to the very high-pitched noise that you get on a more modern Indesit or a Hoover or something along those lines. Even Bosch are getting quite whiny now. And it's not a noise I like, being quite sensitive in my hearing. Another great feature about this is that as soon as the spin is finished you can actually open the door straight away. There's no delay. And I'm surprised she's still sat here. I swear to God, she's going to be a bit of a minor celebrity now, is this one? She loves the attention though. So any nice comments towards my cat, she would be greatly appreciated. I'll pass the message on for you. The pump is very fast as well. You probably noticed. Fairly good with the balancing as well. Doesn't seem to take a lifetime, unlike my mum's Zanussi that spends about 15 minutes balancing. I will try and get a video up of my mum's washing machine at some point, if I can be sneaky enough to do it, because it's not really her cup of tea. I mean, it's not the quietest machine in the world by any standards, but it's very, very sturdy. There's very little vibrations going on here. Even on a particularly unbalanced load, it's always very sturdy. Oh, sorry guys. Ow. That's up to full speed now, I think. Told you I don't watch it very often. Oh, excuse me. And as soon as it stops tumbling, you can literally open the door and it's done. Awesome.